the fuck is this? That's fucked up. Ain't it though?
News. Ohio woman is caught soliciting sex for nachos and cash. Now, a Beavers Township, Ohio woman was caught soliciting sex, and this bitch wanted some sex. She was given some sex, but she was adamant that this nigga had to have $60 and some nachos. Now, officers arrested this 36-year-old Crystal Holotz during a sting operation involving an actual undercover officer. Now, investigators said that Holotz, whatever her name is, H-O-T, hot, L-O-S, Los, hot Los, with the Z at the end, had an advertising for sex on a Youngstown Backpage website. That's the thing that always fucks me up about the Backpage website. It's like, I'm wondering, like, how can you really trust that shit? I mean, I can imagine how you can get to that point. Actually, I think me and once, homie were horny as hell, thinking we need a bitch to do some dance. And we might have attempted to look at that shit, but man, how the hell do you pull the trigger on that shit? And I mean, I imagine it really goes down in that shit. But anyways, this bitch met up with the officer, and they were even going, and there's even proof on text of her agreeing to, to get down for $60 in nachos. Now, when she had met up with the officer who was undercover, of course, in the parking lot at a Mexican restaurant, apparently she was very adamant, and this is in quotations, very adamant about getting the nachos. And when the officer asked several times, or I guess when she had asked the officer several times if she had them, as well as the cash, she would just somehow change the subject. Now, I wish I could hear audio of this shit, because this shit just has me rolling, because they're charging her with possessions of criminal tools. And again, they just further illustrate how badly this bitch got her nachos. They never reported if she ever got them. Goddamn. One of the other messed up things that's happening in old Ohio, the Cleveland Browns, man. Last I heard, and I don't really keep up with the foosball, but they're at like 0-10. And there's all these people, I'm not sure if they're petitioning or if they're just talking about it, but they might have a parade for the Cleveland Browns that they have a perfect 0-16 season. Like to say, to have it there in a plaque on the wall, like perfect season for never winning a fucking game. That has to be the biggest fuck you. That's some fucked up.
But the fuck is this? That's fucked up. Ain't it though?
Now, going back to more dumb bitches, there was a worker who, it doesn't say the name of the coffee shop, but this bitch is a barista, 24-year-old at the city of Waldo woman, Jessica Ward. And this bitch was fired or charged for making false report concerning a planting of a bomb, which is a fucking felony. And according to news released, that it was because she wanted some fucking me time. This bitch. Now, the threat was made against the university's engineering building and Ward, which worked in the building. Oh, here he goes. Java Hut. It's a coffee kiosk. And this bitch just, I don't know if she had bills to pay or she couldn't deal with motherfuckers right now that is made a fucking bomb threat. The audacity of the bitch, like, that's a Trump nation right there. Like, I don't want to deal with it, so this is how I'm gonna fucking eliminate this shit. Can you just imagine, like, them calling this bitch calling this bomb threat and them like ransacking? This is at a university, fucking ransacking through all the fucking Muslim kids, like just fucking run overing bitches, fucking thinking that this bitch who's Indian, she just happened to be a bit dark, fucking going all up in the shit trying to find where the hell it's planted at. Like, that's fucked up.
Ain't it though?
Yo, there was a middle school teacher in Baltimore who was fired after telling a group of 8th graders that they should focus on their education instead of wanting to be like punk ass niggers who get shot.
You're idiots!
Now, at first I was thinking, I'm like, okay, well, maybe shit. What excuse could you give a fucking teacher for saying that? Maybe she's a history teacher, and maybe she was talking about, the evolution, and, this is a white ass lady, and maybe she just doesn't want to, give blacks, down degradation, and, no, she's a fucking science teacher. I mean, apparently she was a lot of students' favorite teachers, but I mean, now this happened at a Harlem Park Elementary / middle school, which, I mean, just the name alone tells me there's a heaping of niggas there. But she's a fucking science teacher out there, and apparently she was going on a rampage, throwing M-bombs like no other. Now, supposedly the video, there's other videos that I'm not too sure why they didn't, put it along with this one, which makes it sound as evil as it is. And I'm not defending the bitch. I'm not defending the bitch at all, because they don't even release her name, which tells me that's some fucking white privilege shit right there, bitch. They would have called out anyone else for being a fucking idiot. But I'm wondering though, and mind you, these are damn near teenagers, or they're the worst teenagers because they just got into high school, don't know what proper ass whooping, and they feel like they're the king of their dominion. And I could see just them fucking being rowdy as hell, which is how teens are. You can't get, like, just when the kid's acting retarded, you can't get too mad at them. They're fucking kids. So just, but how does she? I mean, she must have really fucking hit her breaking point, and there ain't no goddamn excuse for that, which is why they fired her. Fucking A$AP Rocky, who I'm pretty sure is the one starting the goddamn ruckus. But the fuck is these? That's fucked up, ain't it though? Yo, it's been widespread as of late that they've been using the facial recognition for criminals, and Mesa in Arizona, they're actually leading, taking the charge and using it down here. And on some fucked up minority report shit where they can kind of peg someone who might have done something, who would have a high likelihood of doing it. They're targeting the blacks. Why don't you fucking know it? And of course, being the holiday season, or I should say the spending season, or the fucking shopping season, or whatever the fuck that pushes consumerism, their retailers now are fucking using the face recognition shit off the tops. And I mean, using security cameras and stuff to deliver thieves has been long accepted practice among the retailers, but now they say they're really trending in the facial recognition shit. Now, and these reports are coming out from the UK, where a number of retailers are investing in the cameras with that technology to identify, thieves, and in some cases also big spenders. Now, with these facial recognition cameras installed, retailers can snap a picture of customers either before entering or during a store visit. And they can run it against police databases of known shoplifters. Now, if individuals' face matches a known thief, managers of the store receive a notification to their phones, and then they have the option to either keep the individual from even entering in the bitch, or to follow them around, while they're shopping. Fucking, you gonna have little chinas everywhere saying, "Hurry up and buy." Now, despite the fact that customers consider the use of facial recognition technology as a breach of privacy, retailers can give no fucks and nonetheless are adopting the systems fucking with goddamn gusto. Because, I mean, unfortunately, it doesn't help against fucking employees who are stealing, but it will definitely catch a nigga or two. Now, while the U.S. supposedly doesn't appear to have adopted the technology as quickly, they're still in some major retailers, and they can defer fucking shoplifters like no fucking business. Like, I remember my cousin who fucking, might have taken a nail polish or two that she ain't allowed, and she don't even come in that bitch no more for that fucking very fear. And now, one of the things that fucked me up the most, especially with them targeting quote-unquote big spenders, I was at fucking Costco the other day, and I had the basic whatever gold membership, and this bitch, like, as soon as I was fucking finished ringing up, fucking runs to me and tells me, "We need to talk to you." And I'm like, "For what?" Because I just, like, I was high, had the kids, I'm like, "What do y'all want?" And they're like, "We have a special offer for you." And I was like, holy shit, this is the fucking internet in real life, with the fucking flashing and they sending a white bitch to come get me, as if they fucking know. Send in the pale bitch, because he's not gonna listen to a nigga. Like, send in the most palest one that you got. That was a coincidence, and I don't believe in fucking coincidences, so it fucking scared me, and I really felt like I was in the Truman Show, or like my fucking radar, my signal has all my information up. I mean, is that why bitches don't care to look at me? Like, is there like a quick bio or synopsis of me that motherfuckers are seeing, that makes me fucking repellent? But fucking saying, "Oh, you spend so much and this and that, we want to sign you up for the executive fucking shit," which I'm like, fuck. Because they give you little reward points, for spending so much. You're able to use those reward points, either in store or they give it to you as a Visa. Normally, I mean, it's barely enough to fucking, cover the next shopping trip, which, I mean, mind you, is a big fucking helping hand anyway. And they're like, "Oh, well, the way that you spend this shit will pay for itself." So I'm thinking, okay, so you guys are fucking me out of my out of my, rebate fund is what you're fucking doing, which, I whatever fell for. But the fact that they could just upbeat you like that shit just really has me on some.
What the fuck is this? That's fucked up, ain't it though?
For all my brothers and sisters out there at the wrong place, the wrong time, God bless you. Another big fuck you to our loyalty. There's a man who developed severe hepatitis after binge drinking energy drinks for 3 weeks straight. Now, a 50-year-old construction worker who had consumed 4 to 5 energy drinks a day for 3 weeks was recently diagnosed with acute hepatitis. Now, the condition is characterized by liver inflammation. While not the first case of its kind, the incident points to largely ignored dangers of excess niacin consumption. Versus what happened? Now, a new report published by the British medical journal highlights that the needs for consumers to be aware of all the ingredients found in popular food and drink items and to avoid overconsumption of dietary supplements. Now, doctors who treated the unnamed man believe his sudden bout of hepatitis was caused by excessive energy drink consumption, which included indigestion of shitloads amounts of vitamin B3, also known as niacin. Now, as a construction worker, the man began to consume energy drinks to help him power through his labor-intensive workday. This is why Mexicans do coke in the morning. Now, aside from hitting the energy drinks with unusual fervor, he didn't make any other changes in his eating and drinking habits. Now, soon afterwards, the man started to become unusually fatigued, and he began to experience abdominal pain. Now, when this turned out to be nausea and vomiting, he figured that he had the flu, but the man became particularly alarmed when he developed dark urine and jaundice, which apparently is when his skin was like turning yellow. So wisely, this motherfucker finally went to emergency room. Now, physical examination had affirmed that this motherfucker had right abdominal tenderness, and then lab tests revealed he had high levels of transaminase, some kind of liver enzymes that indicative of damage and evidence of chronic hepatitis C infection. Fucking biopsy of the liver was confirmed that he had fucking the hep. And doctors treated him. It's just some fuck shit, and there's way much more information that you can read upon this. But nigga, like, you figure I got to get through the fucking day, I gotta pay these fucking bills, and the fucking half the one thing you figure, nigga, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I just have my little bit of energy drinks to fucking get me through. For you to get this shit, like, I'm gonna say another goddamn, or I should say God bless, help.
What the fuck is this? That's fucked up, ain't it though?
So the last little L that I'll throw to retailers, because fuck you, and I guess this is somewhat of an underdog here. Maybe this might have been a way to generate some traffic. Lord knows that it did, and they sold off the shelves until they literally took them off the shelves. Remember Kmart? That used to be like that was like the original Walmart, right? I mean, I know Walmart started from a small little place and became this fucking great big goddamn near conglomerate of shits. But I remember when Kmart fucking ran supreme. I remember getting the catalogs and fucking picking shit out of that shit. My mom would fucking put the bitch on layaway and I'd get it in a big ass gift, and I was a happy little fucking butterball. But another mother though of an ex-ice addict had slammed Kmart because they were selling a product that resembles a fucking meth paraphernalia. Kmart in Australia had advertised the product as a unique drink jar that would be a great addition to tableware, and it can be used to serve drinks, beverages, and more. The product was created in the shape of a light bulb that comes with a drinking straw built into it. Now, many shoppers have said that, it bears a strong resemblance of a homemade crack pipe light bulb. And that's exactly what it is. If you can Google it, you'll fucking see it's a straight up fucking crack pipe. I remember before they sold like these little rose looking shits that apparently were like some kind of novelty toy that I'm not too sure if it was aimed for kids, but crackheads fucking used them. Yeah, they pulled that shit fucking real quick, and just, I don't know who screens these things or kind of give these ideas, or if it was just someone just trying to maybe make it accessible, or once again trying to gravitate and get a certain fucking type of customer, because especially if you own it back in the day, or I don't know if there still are some, but there used to be some Kmarts where they're like big version, super Kmarts is what they called them, and they were like damn near like mall-sized joints, and sometimes they would stay open 24 hours. So could you imagine like being able to stay open 24 hours and for sure that you're gonna have this clientele coming every fucking night, because wouldn't you know the fucking crack pipe broke? Now, I'm not too sure how much money crackheads kind of put off to the side for paraphernalia, but motherfucker, like, meth. That's all I gotta say. It's fucking meth. God bless you. And I don't know what it is that really pisses me off as much, once I get fucking riled. But, there's a dude. Motherfucker's in South Africa. So I'd assume he's white, especially by the next thing here. He gets his fucking penis stuck in his wedding ring. Needless to say, this motherfucker needed surgery. Now, he thought he was going to have, a hard time explaining that to his fucking wife. Now, the 28-year-old placed a ring on his member for erotic reasons, that at the recommendation of his friends. I'm assuming he's friends with fucking retarded monkeys. Now, it's not just because he lives in Africa. But 2 weeks after his wife had just given birth, and I'm wondering if that might have been why, because he wasn't getting any ass. But he went to some fucking hospital in Limpopo, and he himself had a Limpopo, for surgeons who took photographs of the damage before removing the ring. Now, they had called this penis strangulation, and the penis was erect and blue, and the patient was in severe pain. Now, surgeons twice failed in attempts to remove the ring once the patient was sedated, but one attempt made by an orthopedic fucking oscillating saw. They're just hearing that fucking this shit. Now, they were unable to remove it due to excessive swelling and the ring being too wide and strong. Which is the fucking the shit, the crazy part. I mean, I don't know what kind of cock ring this was that doubled as a wedding ring, or if he has like fucking gorilla sausage like fingers, but I don't know how the fuck you get it there. I imagine he stuffs it in there while it's fucking worm like, but even then, like, how big is this thing that was he stuffing in the foreskin in there? Was he trying to loop it around? What the fuck? I don't know, but the third time was a charm, and injections drained blood and caused the swelling to subside, enabling them to take off the ring. And I mean, apparently he made a full recovery, but when you have to drain the blood out of your dick, I'm just wondering, does that reload? Like when you give blood and you're then without blood, I imagine our body naturally, regenerates it, and it just pumps back in there. We have enough blood to, kind of circulate and to keep shit moving. But I'm wondering when that shit's to your dick though. And I don't know how you can even recover from it. And there's another fucking story of some motherfucker, and he was in some part of China, and he was too fucking shy to approach the doctor about blood that he found in his urine, but attempted to identify the cause of his illness at home by inserting a stainless steel chopstick into his dick. The man, identified as Chen, was then forced to undergo surgery to remove the 7-inch long object after he had rammed it so far into his genitals that he could not remove it. What the fuck? Now, Chen had reported that the doctors thought his urethra was broken, so he inserted the chopsticks to investigate. Like, motherfucker, like, how? And scans at the hospital showed that the chopstick had reached the man's rectal wall. Oh, God. And oh, shit. If it had gone any more further upward, it could have proved fucking fatal. And when they removed the thing from his dick, I mean, they were able to do it safely, or they finished the job, I should say, because they didn't say or report, what's going to happen at the end of that. What the fuck is this? That's fucked up. Ain't it, though?